Hey guys, what's going on? It's another beautiful day in Vegas, and today I'm taking you to a dim sum restaurant called Tim Ho Wan in the Palms Casino. Let's go in and check it out. This restaurant is located all the way on the west side of the building. It's open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. on the weekdays and closes at 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. But traditionally, people eat dim sum in the morning for brunch. This restaurant is an international chain with locations all over the world. The original restaurant started in 2009 in Hong Kong, and in 2010 it won a Michelin Star and became known as the world's most inexpensive Michelin-starred restaurant. After this, they started expanding the restaurant globally. The Tim Ho Wan restaurant in the Palms Casino opened exactly 3 years ago in September 2019. But it wasn't open for long though, because of the pandemic that caused the entire casino to shut down for 2 years. I ate there once before the shutdown, and it was just okay. I want to see how it is now that it's been reopened. Unlike other dim sum restaurants like the one in the Gold Coast, they don't push any carts around here with the dim sum plates. You order everything off the menu. One pro of this is that all the food comes out piping hot and fresh. Often when you pick something off the carts, it might have been sitting there for a while, and when you bite into it, it's lukewarm. Dim sum is best served piping hot. They have this placemat here with nice pictures of everything that they offer. This place doesn't have as many options as other dim sum places in town though. They give you this sheet and pencil to mark off the ones that you want. And then when they deliver each one, they cross it off the sheet so you know that you got everything. Here's some of their specialty cocktails and beverages. And they gave us some chili oil and soy sauce here. For our first dim sum item, we got the baked barbecue pork buns for $7.95. This is their signature item that they're most known for. You get 3 pieces, and these buns are unique compared to other dim sum places in that there's a sweet cookie crusty-like layer on top of it. I wouldn't eat this if you have diabetes, because it's super sweet. The pork filling is pretty sweet too, but not as sweet as the top part. But it's filled with that fatty and juicy pork inside, with that savory and sweet Chinese barbecue sauce. And the bun was nice and chewy, and there was a decent amount of that filling inside. Next, we got the pan-fried chicken dumplings for $8.50, and it comes with a ginger essence sauce for dipping. These were pretty decent and taste like your typical dumpling, but the outer skin was not crispy at all, and the entire dumpling skin was pretty soft. But this had a decent amount of filling too, with some veggies mixed in with that chicken. The ginger sauce was pretty mild, with just a slight taste of ginger and vinegar in it. It's a bit on the pricey side since you only get 4 pieces, so it's over $2 for each piece. I would have enjoyed it more if the skin was crispier. Next, we got the Har Gow steamed shrimp dumplings for $7.25. It came with that thin, translucent wrapper, and you can see the chunks of pink shrimp that are inside. The skin is ultra delicate and falls apart easily. And once you bite into it, you get a burst of that big shrimp flavor. And we got the steamed chicken feet with abalone sauce and peanuts for $6.95. Abalone is a shellfish that's very popular in China. And the flavor was just okay. I think the chicken feet at the Gold Coast tasted better. Next, we got the Siu Mai steamed pork and shrimp dumplings for $7.25. And it looks like there's a small goji berry on top of it too. So far, all the dim sum items have been coming out fast and hot. I like the taste and flavors of this filling a lot more than the one that I had at the Gold Coast. The one at the Gold Coast tasted mostly like shrimp, but this one has a good ratio of pork and shrimp. But this one still had a shrimp flavor to it though. Gotta dip in that chili oil and add a little bit of spice. Next, we got the steamed beef meatball with bean curd for $6.95. I believe the green vegetable mixed in with it is watercress that gives it a peppery taste. The texture was really soft and squishy. This definitely ain't like your Italian meatballs. And I believe that's Worcestershire sauce on the bottom too. I don't know why they split it in the middle like this, maybe to check to see if it was done cooking. The texture was honestly a little bit too soft for me. It usually has more of a bounce to it. And there was a singular flavor that completely overpowered everything else. I'm not sure if it was ginger or what, but it was a really strong and sharp taste. and you couldn't even taste the meat because of that. These definitely weren't my favorite dish of the evening. Next, we got the steamed beef short rib with black pepper sauce for $13.95. These were extremely spicy, and was fairly tender, but it was pretty chewy too. It definitely wasn't fall off the bone tender. I really had to use my teeth to gnaw it off the bone. You can definitely taste the black pepper in this. And I believe there's some turnips on the bottom too. And it's just sitting on a layer of that really oily sauce. These were just okay, a little bit too spicy, chewy, and oily for me. Next, we got the steamed rice roll with beef for $7.50. It has a thin rice wrapper on the outside, and it's filled with minced beef and a light sweet soy sauce. This was just okay, it was really kind of bland. I felt like the meat inside was really under-seasoned, and I could have used more of the soy sauce too. I ate this exact same thing at Gold Coast last month, and the one at Gold Coast tasted better and it was cheaper too. The texture was on point though. The rice roll was silky smooth and the ground beef inside was tender. I just wish it had more flavor. Next, we got the braised beef brisket noodles for $13.95. This is probably the best value here compared to the other dishes. It has a pretty decent sized portion of noodles and beef. This isn't really like a soup like I thought it would be. It kind of seems more like a stir-fried noodle with some sauce on the bottom of it. This has egg noodles, very lean beef, and I believe that is turnips for the vegetables there. The sauce was pretty savory. It reminds me of Chinese oyster sauce almost. The beef was a bit firm and a little dry. It definitely wasn't the most tender beef. It had good flavor though. The turnip was slightly sweet and soft. It's kind of similar to a potato almost. And it's a pretty decent sized serving of these really long, thin egg noodles too. And the top part can dry out quickly since all the sauce was on the bottom of the plate. Had to rehydrate the noodles and mix it well with the sauce first before taking a bite. Next, we got the deep fried dumpling with pork and dried shrimp for $6.95. It has a sweet mochi-like outer shell that was crispy and chewy. And it's filled with chunks of that savory pork. It kinda has a unique, funky, almost stinky taste to it too. And it tasted meaty, but I couldn't detect any shrimp flavor in it though. But I did enjoy the chewiness of that mochi outer shell. And for dessert, we got the deep fried pumpkin ball with custard for $6.95. It had a chewy mochi-like outer shell, very similar to the deep fried dumpling that we just ate. This was pretty sweet, and it looks like they dusted it with extra sugar on the outside too. I'm not sure if they just called it pumpkin because it's yellowish orange colored, but it really didn't taste like pumpkin at all to me. The inside just tasted like a sweet egg custard. I was a little disappointed I didn't taste any pumpkin, but it still tasted pretty good though. For our next dessert, we got the fried milk sticks for $6.95. It has a light and crispy batter on the outside, and the inside tastes like a sweet milky cream. And it has a very soft consistency, almost like a very soft tofu. Overall, this place is decent, but a bit overpriced. It's definitely not as cheap as its original location is known to be. It was a little hit or miss, too. Some items definitely tasted better than others. I think you can find dim sum spots in the Chinatown area that are better. Or you could just go across the street to the Gold Coast or KG Dim Sum in the Rio for more options and cheaper price, too. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more Vegas videos, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, or write a comment down below. Tell us what your favorite dim sum spot is in Las Vegas.